Good morning. Welcome to Mondays with Marthie. Today there's three things I want to talk about. It's the plan. It's 3 years after the plan and it's still in progress. And then second chances. So the I want to start with the end, saying when you've set a plan in motion, there's a time that lapses where you've excited and you're ready to go for it, and you try things and it doesn't work out, and you try things and it works out, and it's a challenge to stay motivated. And I think if you're like 3 years down the line of the same plan you had, you're like, ugh, is it really what I wanted to do? And then it's important to revisit what works and what doesn't work, especially in different communities. If I think back when I lived in Canada, I also did music, but I had to have different ways of going about what I do because they were 75% seniors in my community at that stage. Where now I live in Stellenbosch and 75% of the community is children. But if I move 20 minutes that way, in Somerset West, 75% seniors again. So you must decide what the community is that you live in and who you're going to target. And also, are you aiming for a local community or are you aiming for an international community? Where do the people hang out? Because it's important, otherwise you'll be spending a lot of time in Stellenbosch trying to get seniors together, but most of the population is actually children. So that's why when I do food care, I want to focus more on seniors, but when I focus on singing, I'll maybe focus on children, although I've changed my focus a bit, but yes. So that's the thing, is you have to know where the people hang out and what your goals are, and 3 years down the line, is it still the same thing or have you changed it a bit? And to keep on track, because you can get distracted very easily, and to decide what's going to get you there, not get you there. I talk about this often because it is important. The other thing I want to talk about is second chances. I find a lot of times you work with people and they run next to you and you do projects together, and then you sort of, it's not a fallout, it's your paths split up, and then later you come together again. And I really appreciate that, because I know in the time that I don't see you, you're busy with what you're good at and your passion. I'm hoping that by the time we get together again, it's a next level, next level, next level. Can you see? We both grow and we share in that expertise. So it's important to let people do what they do so that they can gain that experience and come back to the table more valuable than before. So it's also important to realize, I was speaking to somebody last week that's said, well, I'm in my company and I'm thinking of letting me go. And I'm just saying, you know what, you have to consider, if you have a person that has 10 years of experience, what that value is to you, because you hung all this experience on that person, training, making mistakes, learning from it. It's very valuable, that person. Where if you get a new person, you have to start from scratch and give them maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years to grow into that space that somebody else might already have. But the new person will have new eyes. So it's things to consider. It's not just saying, oh, next best is what you should go for, because there is pros and cons to it. And actually, the one thing, I'm trying something new today. I'm drawing pictures today. My printer, okay, this is a funny story. I got a printer for Christmas. And it took me like about 6 months to figure out that it's actually a black and white printer. It doesn't print color. I thought, what's wrong with me? And I keep on pressing the buttons and the thing doesn't want to print color. So yes, there you go. I am a bit slow sometimes. So my printer doesn't print color. So that's why I'm drawing it for you. So this is my plan. If you think I'm crazy, yes, I'm crazy. I'm running all over the place and my neighbor's taking their dog for a walk. So if that's what you're hearing. So we start with, this is Erickson's development stages, by the way, but I just draw differently. Let me do the heart. So I can, you see, that's the young ones. They are smaller than grade 7. Okay, so now it's upside down, you won't be able to see it, but anyway. So that's the babies. We want to keep them safe. So this is my plan. If you think I'm crazy running around, no, I'm not crazy running around. I'm working with my plan. So this is the babies. And then you have the grade 7s. They are keeping them intact. This is the new leaders, the grade 7s. It's the 12-year-olds. You'll see a lot of people focus on 12-year-olds, we call them tweens. It's when the kids start getting a brain and they start questioning what's going on around them. So it's very good to have them question and be lively, because we don't want people that don't think for themselves this age. So 12 years old. Then the next stage, I got all my cokies. I had to go hunt them down. The next stage is the kids that are in high school. Okay, they are in high school. They're doing fine. They're okay. Okay. Now we get the kids that are not in high school, but they should be. They fell out. So they are jobless, homeless. Their prospects of getting a real job, high earning job, is very low. Okay, great. So they are the problem. The problem. Can you see? No job. This can be a very complicated thing, but I like drawing pictures. Okay, so this is the trouble area. Then we got people that are working. They are fine. Actually, I should have had green. Maybe I should do blue for this one. This one is, they are working. They're fine. They're contributing. They're paying their taxes. We can work with that. Then we get, okay, now we get to the yellow. Okay, yellow. This is the group. They are working, but they're asleep. They're falling. You can see, you can barely see them. They're falling asleep. You have to wake them up and say, hello, do you still remember that you wanted to become a insert passion job over here? Because I think sometimes a lot of people go study something, or they work in something, but it's not their passion. So the passion job, there's still a gap there. It's still up for grabs. But nobody else is going to do it. It's just them that's going to do it. So sometimes you have to remind people, remember you wanted to become a writer? Now you have more stuff to write about, experience. So don't forget about that. I still remember. I'm known as a professional nagger. I'm making this a dotted line that you can see it, because the yellow is not very visible. Then you get the seniors. Oh, I get very excited about them, because they have all the experience that we need. This is the seniors. Now the seniors are the leaders, the old leaders, the mentors, and they've been through it. They don't get so emotionally up and down with what's happening around them. They need a lot of support. But yes, that's the seniors. Now the other groups I get very excited about. There's 2 of them. And this is what I think will solve a lot of our problems. It's 2 circles. This is the tourists. Tourists, people that come to visit. People that come to visit that's never been to South Africa. And also people that come to visit that is expats, ex-South Africans. So that means people that come home for Christmas to come visit the family, or just visit South Africa because it is a nice destination. Yes, so that's the one circle. And the other circle is corporate investors. It's people that say, oh, please let the poor people just go away, but they are there. And if you approach them the right way, they might even invest in what you believe in. So this is my plan, and I can write another whole page fill another page, but this is my basic plan. So I have products for all of this, for the tourists, for the corporate investors, for the babies, lullabies. I have 12. I have a lot of projects like science, math, reading, people that's in schools to pilot your success, and people that are on autopilot and doing well. It's like my women's programs. Women are a very interesting population. They are very dynamic. And then the seniors, and then the people that fell asleep. So yes, I've tried to develop programs for all of this, but my goal is to mobilize the different groups so that we can solve South Africa's problems. That's the plan. So I'll tell you more about that next week, I'm hoping. But just to let you know, I have a plan, and sometimes it takes years. At the moment, I'm focusing on my own career so that I can do tourism. So I'm going to Nashville in August, and corporates. I'm focusing on house concerts at the moment. So I can't do everything at once, and on my way I hope to inspire people to buy into the program so that we can follow it together. And yes, so have a plan. It's a 3, 4, 5, 10-year plan sometimes, and sometimes it means that you have to give people second chances, and also know that you're going to be working with people, not seeing them for a while, and then see them again so that you can do next level relationship building. So thank you for joining me for Mondays with Marthie, and please subscribe to my channel because that's how I stay in contact. And yes, this later today I'll be recording some songs from my house concerts series, and I'm looking for pianos. If you have a piano, I want to come do a show at your house, so don't forget.